Hello everybody. This is the video that's going to walk you through the rest of Module 2 since we didn't meet. Didn't I say that the next Monday we're going to meet? It was going to be raining too. So I hope everybody's staying warm and dry and safe. All right, so let's dive into Module 2. And so you guys already did, hopefully, the online portion of this module. So you looked at 21st century teaching and learning, and you looked at the ISTE standards. The ISTE standards are really interesting in that the ISTE, the International Society for Technology and Education, has been around for quite a while and have created standards, as you saw, for teachers, students, administrators, all kinds of stuff, all in the area of technology. But if you notice, they're not so much skill based, like can type X amount of words or anything like that. What they really are focusing on, and let's get to this website hopefully. So what they're really focusing on more is being able to function and be literate, right, with technology. So digital age work and learning, design and develop digital age learning experiences, facilitate and inspire student learning, and then promote digital citizenship and engage in professional growth. So those are the ones for the teachers. And then the next one were for the ones for the students. And what's interesting is they have these great standards, but there are only a few states that have officially adopted them. So California has not officially adopted the ISTE standards for teachers or students. There are some technology enhanced standards within Common Core, but in my opinion, I think we still have a ways to go to really define the role of technology in teaching and learning these days. All right, so let's move on to the next section here. And I'm going to reduce this. All right, so in this part, and even though it says face-to-face, we're not face-to-face on this one. You're going to post to a Padlet wall, and I have a couple of videos for you to watch, and then you're going to make your own Google slideshow presentation. All right, so first piece. This is an interesting quote by Alvin Toffler. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So what I'd like you to do is think about that quote. And then after you do, come down here to this link and click on that link, and it will take you to a Padlet. So Padlet is another tool that can be used to give every student a voice. Remember last time we used Poll Everywhere? Well, Padlet can be used this way. And the way you use a Padlet is you just come over to the Padlet wall and double click. So I just double clicked. Or you can use this little plus sign to start. And I realize my screen's a little bit off. There you go. So then what I'd like you to do is in the title, I want you to put your name so I can give you credit for this. And then I want you to write your reflection on the quote. So again, here's the quote. And what I want you to do is write your reflection here. Okay? You can always double click on it again and do some editing if you want. If you make a mistake and you just want to start over, you can hit delete post and it will go from there. All right. So again, read the quote, think about it, and then post it to the Padlet wall. All right, next. So this is a video. It's pretty interesting. I hope you're going to enjoy it. And because we're not meeting face to face, you're not going to have a journal reflection post that deals with our group interactions in class because we are not having one, right? So what I want you to do then is I want you to watch this video, and then I want you to complete another reflective journal entry. Okay, so this is going to be in your reflective journal. So you had 2 required posts from the online portion of the class, and so this will be your 3rd. So there's 3 required for module 2. So that means you have 2 free ones to do on your own. So after watching this video, I want you to reflect and discuss your reaction. What did you find surprising? How does this information impact you as a person, as a student, as a teacher? What did you think about when you saw all the statistics and information presented in this video? All right, next. This is a really great video. I think it's about 20 minutes or so. So watch it when you have some time to sit and really take it in. But this is a great video about the School in the Cloud project that this guy started. So what I want you to do first is just sit back and watch this video. After completing that video, you're going to think about what the self-organized learning environments are like, okay? And he talks about this in the video. And then you're going to address this big question. How will students learn in 2026? So that's less than 10 years away, guys. I know, it's kind of freaky to think about, but so what I want you to do is take a few minutes to think about that question. Just jot down any ideas you have. And again, there are no right or wrong answers. We don't know for sure what learning's gonna be like in about 10 years. So I want you to try to come up with a response to that question. Just, whatever it is that comes to mind, jot those things down. Kind of like what we did when we did the educational paradigms activity. So we wrote a bunch of ideas down on stickies, and then you sorted them out and you kind of pulled them together. So I want you to do the same process here. Then the activity is that you're going to create a Google slideshow where you present your ideas on the big question. How will students learn in 2026? If you have friends in the class, or you know people in the class, or you can connect with them and you're from your group and you guys want to collaborate on a slideshow, that is perfectly fine with me. If you want to work on your own, that's perfectly fine with me. Either way, just make sure that there's names on the slides so that I know who all participated in which group. Okay. You need to have at least 3 slides that address the question, how will students learn in 2026? And please bring images to enhance your ideas. So once you are done creating your slideshow, you're going to post it to the discussion board. So you're going to click here, and it's going to open the discussion board. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click Create Thread. You're going to say Soul activity Google Slides, or however you want to name it. And then you're going to be sharing a link to your Google Slides. And remember, when you do that, so let me go to one here. You need to make sure that the sharing element here, that you set this, oh, I gotta name it, okay, that I get a shareable link and anyone can view, all right? You can either set it to anyone at CSUCI, or you can turn it on anyone with the link can view. Either way. Then you're going to copy that link. You're going to come back to the discussion board. You're going to paste that link. And now I want you to make that link active. So what you're going to do next is you're going to highlight the link again. You're going to click here on the link tool. You're going to paste the link back up in here where it says link path, and change your target to open in new window, and then click insert. Now this is an active link that works properly, and then all you need to do then is click submit. Okay, and then your post will be submitted to the discussion board, and it will be here. All right, so let me go back here, back to module 2, back in module 2. All right, so what we just went through was this piece, okay? So you have a Padlet reflection, you have a video to watch with a reflective journal question, and then you have a Google slide presentation on the big question, how will students learn in 2026? The last piece is here under extended learning. What I would like you to do is watch this video and think about the following questions. You don't have to write anything or submit anything, but I want you to think about it. You're going into teaching, and so these are really important things to consider. And then the one activity I have for you here is think about these 8 skills. This will link to the article that talks about beyond the 3 R's. After you've read it and thought about it, you're going to come to this 21st century skills form. And I want you to rank those 8 skills. So which one's most important to least important? They're all important. It's not saying that, but I just want to see how the class feels about these different components that are part of being a person who has to work, live, and function in a technology enhanced world. Okay, I know it might seem like a lot, but it's really not. There's lots of just videos and interesting stuff. So you're you have until the end of day Sunday. And again, don't hesitate to either contact me or post in the ask and answer forum if you have any questions. All right, cheers.